Okay, Rick, I was outside today, as I was telling you earlier.
Right.
I see this guy walking down the street. He's got horns, he's got a pitchfork and a tail, and he goes, "Man, is it hot out here?" And I said,
That's
yes,
bad.
it is.
That is a bad sign, Doty, when you see that. That is not a good day. We just learned in the last 20 minutes our high temperature was actually 101 degrees
Historically
today.
hot now.
Record high, and in fact, we were just talking that this is the hottest day we've had in Grand Rapids in about 50 years.
Deputies in Montcalm County are looking for anyone who saw a fatal crash that happened earlier today. A 19-year-old was hit and killed, and police believe she was lying in the road before the accident happened. It was around 5:30 along M46 near Edgar Road. That's in Reynolds Township when the incident happened. Police say a driver was westbound when he hit and killed a 19-year-old girl from the Howard City area. At least one witness says the teenager was lying in the road prior to being hit, and that at least one other vehicle barely avoided hitting her before that fatal incident. The driver of the car wasn't drinking, and police don't believe speed was a factor. If you saw anything unusual in the pedestrian area of the M46 truck stop this morning, give police a call. He is the top cop in Grand Rapids, but last July 7th, Grand Rapids Police Chief Kevin Belk led a larger force to help end the killing spree that left 7 dead and 2 others injured by gunfire. They were front and center, but no police officers were hurt while protecting the public. Today, Fox 17's Janice Allen sat down with Chief Belk to get his thoughts on that tragic day and how his department has changed. Janice. Woke up this morning, I'm having my breakfast, it's dark, and I hear a strange sound. I'm like, what is that noise coming from the sky? So I ran outside, my eyes were wide, my mouth was agape, and it didn't rain where I live.
Same here, the exact same experience.
You got
poured at my house. It was fantastic.
Boy, it was hit and miss.
Yeah.
Hit and miss.
We need more hit rather than miss.
Well, unfortunately, it's going to be missed for the next few days, mostly.
Police are hoping autopsy and toxicology results will reveal the cause of death for a man found dead at the Electric Forest Music Festival in Rothbury. Michigan State Police say the body of 37-year-old Michael Benway was found in his campsite early Friday morning. Benway was from East Haven, Connecticut. Police are still looking into how he died, but they don't suspect any foul play. A local veteran continues to recover after being beaten by a group of teenagers in Grand Rapids, and police are still looking for the suspects. Last Thursday, police say 63-year-old Frank Northhouse was walking home from a bar near the corner of North and Curtis when between 5 and 7 teenagers jumped him. The attack left him with a fractured vertebrae, broken jaw, broken eye socket as well. His sister tells us he's showing signs of recovery, but still has a long way to go. Police don't have a lot of information about the attack, and Northhouse doesn't remember it. Give the Grand Rapids Police a call if you have any information. Police are using special software to try and track down thieves who broke into an elementary school in Lowell, stole computers, and vandalized the building. It happened sometime between June 21st and June 25th at Cherry Creek Elementary. The vandalism contains a lot of profanity and images that are too graphic for TV. Most of it was done in a single classroom, which leads police to believe that people were targeting a specific teacher. 4 netbook computers were taken, and investigators are now trying to track them down online. But if you have any information that could help, give the Lowell Police a call. Grand Rapids Mayor George Hartwell said in a statement that he and his city commissioners are always prepared to shoulder the awesome responsibilities of office. He was talking about this, the official toast for being named Beer City, USA. The toast took place this afternoon at Harmony Brewing Company in Grand Rapids. A couple of city officials and local brewers joined the Hizener in lifting a glass of Beer City Pale Ale. Grand Rapids actually tied with Asheville, North Carolina for the honor. It was bestowed after an unscientific internet poll. Grand Rapids actually made a late surge to share the vote at the last minute. Well, it is on to plan B, C, maybe even D for the Red Wings. Zach Parise and Ryan Suter, the 2 biggest prizes in the 2012 NHL free agent pool, have chosen to take their talents to Minnesota, as in the Minnesota Wild. Yeah, I was surprised too. Red Wings made lucrative contract offers to both players and had representatives fly out to Madison, Wisconsin yesterday to meet with Suter in person. Well, so did the Minnesota Wild. According to the Star Tribune in Minneapolis, Suter and Parise have agreed to 13-year deals with the Wild. The Red Wing were offering 13 years, $90 million. It's a long time for any athlete to be locked up into a deal. So.
All right, more on that I know coming up with Steve a little bit later.
No surprise, but probably some relief as Michigan resident Jordan Weber officially made the U.S. Women's Olympic Gymnastics team last night in California. The 16-year-old from DeWitt missed the automatic berth by 1/10 of a point. Still, she was an absolute lock to be chosen to fill out the 5-member squad that will compete in London later this month. Weber, who trains at Twist Stars Gymnastics in Diamondale, is the 2011 All-Around World Champion. She also won the America's Cup All-Around title in 2011 and 2012. Filling out the Olympic team are Gabby Douglas, who won that automatic spot, Allie Raceman, Kyla Ross, and Michaela Maroney. A send-off party for Weber will be held in Lansing next Tuesday.
All right, this week a lot of people are going to be grilling out, of course, but before you fire up the grill, don't forget your barbecue do's and don'ts.
Fox 17's Lindsay Kuss fired up the coals with Chef Spencer Schwab of the Cheshire Grill in Grand Rapids to give us tips on how to make your holiday event safer and tastier. A Montcalm County family says they were held in their home at knife point by their own son. Police say he was drunk and may have been under the influence of K2. Now today we are hearing the 911 calls made during the incident. The alleged assault happened in Montcalm Township early Sunday morning. According to the Sheriff's Department, Kyle Brown's mother was able to get away by offering to buy him more alcohol. She freed other members of the family and then called 911.
My son is drunk. He's 24. I am leaving the house. I have two 16-year-olds and a 10-year-old with me. He has busted a bunch of stuff up in the house. He has tried to hurt himself. He's tried to do what? He's cut himself. He stabbed himself. With what? Knife. Okay.
When officers arrived, Brown was passed out on the floor. When he woke up, he attempted to kick, bite, and spit on them. Brown was arraigned yesterday afternoon. He is charged with 4 counts of unlawful imprisonment and 3 counts of police officer assault. He's being held on $200,000 bond and is due back in court July 10th. A man accused of abusing his mother and holding her captive for 10 days waived his preliminary hearing today and is now headed to trial. 33-year-old Joshua Hoffman is facing a felony charge of secret confinement and misdemeanor assault. His mother told Fox 17 that he beat her and held her captive for days. She was able to escape and call 911, which led to a standoff with police. Hoffman was eventually taken into custody. The mom says he suffers from schizophrenia and she was trying to deal with the situation by herself. Right now, Hoffman is undergoing a psych exam. And police in Paw Paw are investigating the suspicious death of a 25-year-old autistic man back on July 2nd of last year. After a lengthy investigation and receiving autopsy results, the case had been ruled a homicide. Today, the man's mother was arrested in connection with the murder just over a year later. She's now facing charges of felony murder and vulnerable abuse. The woman will be arraigned tomorrow. Her name isn't being released until then.